I do what I do. He knows what I'm about to tell him right now. It's Mr. Keep Running Your Mouth. That's what I do.
I just feel like I'm the champ, and at the end of the day, I'm just a fighting motherfucker. It doesn't matter. Inside, outside, I can just fight. So I just feel like if it gets down to the wire, and we gotta lock it up, I'm out on top.
Hey, look, as you can see how I'm looking, I stay solid. I'm always solid. I stay fucked solid up, man. You know what I'm saying? To the fans that know.
I do that job outside the ring. I'm a fighter. Like I said before, ain't no safety on the clock, so
I'll take them how they come and make them look ordinary.
When I was a casual, I thought as a casual, I spoke like a casual, and I looked at boxing like a casual. But when I became a hardcore, I put away all those casual things. This is Mykal Rogers, and welcome to Bodywork Boxing.
Where's your emergency?
This is Mykal Rogers with Bodywork Boxing, and I want to report a robbery. Mykal Fox got robbed, and then Errol Spence is no longer able to fight. The boxing gods have forsaken us. I want to stay focused, but man, I don't know what's going on in boxing. You know, I'm clueless. I'm like, what do we do as fans? What the boxers do? So now I'm thinking we got to get the big fights. It ain't going to be no lollygagging, because if you wait and you marinate, you're going to burn the food. But I digress. Today's video is about the number 2 out of the top 5 myths in boxing, which is knockouts are overrated. What do you mean, Michael? It's a common theme that, oh, you don't gotta get the knockout. You can just be a master boxer. Master boxer, legend, great, elite. We just throw those terms around way too much. And in the case of Mykal Fox, the man boxed superb and got robbed. I'm not gonna show no footage because it's getting overcooked right now, but I was able to super chat the guy today, you know, when he came on, and you know, I got to ask a question, and I told him keep his head high through a super chat, you know. But it's 2 different worlds we living in. You can be a master boxer all you want. You can put it in the judge's hands all you want. But the only way to get the job done is to either knock a motherfucker out, make him quit on the stool, or come make the ref intervene and say, no more, I've seen enough. It's the only way to guarantee you get the job done. And back when Gamboa fought Devin, and afterwards people say, oh, just because he didn't knock him out like Tank, you know, he put him in the Maestre class box. I'm like, yeah, but what if them judges would have robbed his ass? Then everybody would have been leaning towards the only guaranteed verdict, which is to stop his ass. Knock him out. It's like that saying when they say I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. You better render judgment with these 1s and these 2s than be judged by 3. Oh.
Let that bitch breathe.
And I'm not going to use the Tank comparison, because I do talk about Tank a lot. You know, I got affinity for boxers in the DMV area. I was raised in Landover, Maryland. Grandmother lived in D.C. I was a combination of Landover, Suitland, and D.C. Went away to the Army, went down south, came back, lived in Baltimore. And typically people from Maryland, that lower Maryland, like the PG County, they don't really rock with Baltimore. But I'm living in Baltimore, and I'm embracing Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? I've been up here for like 3-4 years. So I got an affinity for Tank, the Gary Russells. You know what I'm saying? Like I like fighters from this area. I support, because I see I grew up in these conditions, and to see them make it out and do what they need to do, I have an affinity for them. I won't use the Tank example today. But today, what I'm going to use is an example of Gary Antuanne, who I nicknamed the Punisher. This man has mastered my favorite punch in boxing, which is the gut punch. Ugh, that shit look nasty when he do it. But I love that punch. Earl be doing it too, that stab jab to the gut. Oh, when they think you're going up top and you hit that bread basket, sheesh. But that's not what I'm going to showcase today. What I'm going to talk about is, not too long ago, Adrian Broner fought Santiago. And a lot of people said that Santiago actually won that fight. But the judges sided on the side of Adrian Broner. So it's a young man, Gary Antuanne, who I call the Punisher. He saw that, and he wanted AB. He called AB out. He been screaming his name, you know. And he said, "Okay, well, shoot, I'm gonna fight the dude that AB just fought." So going into it, his mindset is, "I'm not gonna leave it up to the judges." And this man put on a display and showed exactly what you gotta do. Check it out.
The left, and using angles, beautiful three-punch combination. Go ahead, Abner. With the left, and using angles, beautiful three-punch combination. Go ahead, Abner.
Talk to me. You want it to be over? No. Yeah. He can't take it anymore. It's over. I'm done.
Gary Antuanne Russell.
See? That's how we gotta be. That's one of the ways. But if you ain't out here knocking people out like Tank, you ain't out here trying to get them up out of here like the Punisher. I call him the Punisher. Gary Antuanne, you can't risk it and leave it up to the judges. I'm sorry. It's the climate, it's the pulse in boxing. It's just, you can't leave it up that way. And yeah, you shouldn't go in there looking for a knockout, but that should be your goal now. That means everybody got to step their game up.
I'll take them how they come and make them look ordinary.
And I didn't include this young man, Gary Antonio. I call him the combination guy. But these two young brothers, them two and Tank, they got the right mindset. That's why I would love to see Gary Antuanne and Tank get it on. And I always said, man, if Tank and Mr. Gary Russell fought, I'm not gonna bet on either one. I like them both too much. You had to flip a coin. I wouldn't choose. I'd just be aiming for just a beastly fight. But I'm gonna leave you with a clip from Gary Antonio, the combination guy. And this is how you supposed to get the job done.
Reyes, to the face of Harold Reyes from Antonio Russell. Body shot from Russell. Russell looks like he's starting to slowly break down Harold Reyes. Two big uppercuts and a hard left and down.
See what I'm saying? Body work. Myth number 2 out of the top 5 myths in boxing, that knockouts are overrated. Debunk.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
My word, and I do what I do. He knows what I'm about to tell him right now. It's Mr. Keep running your mouth. That's what I do.
I just feel like I'm the champ, and at the end of the day, I'm just a fighting motherfucker. It doesn't matter. Inside, outside, I can just fight. So I just feel like if it gets down to the wire, and we gotta lock it up, I'm out on top.
Hey, look, as you can see how I'm looking, I stay solid. I'm always solid. I stay fucked up, right? You know what I'm saying? To the fans that know.
Do that job outside the ring. In the fighter, like I said before, ain't no safety on the clock, so